have been so happy my entire life, and not that there weren't things that never went wrong, they did, but I've never had any doubts. BVMs I had in high school and college. I went 2 years to Clark before I entered, and I was a freshman at Clark and kind of very, I just didn't know what I wanted to do. I didn't have a clue. And the last thing that would enter my head would be to enter religious life. When I was a freshman at Clark, there was a sister that I used to talk to when I had some kind of question about anything or another. She was my favorite. She was my freshman advisor. So this last night that we had this conversation, she was gently trying to move me on, and she says, go to the chapel and make an act of faith and just say this prayer. Oh, Sacred Heart of Jesus, I place my trust in you. And it was kind of a goodbye. I was put my trust in God. Well, I went to the chapel, and I wasn't very enthused about doing this. But I went into the chapel, and it was dark. It was about 7 o'clock in the evening. And I walked up to the front pew of the chapel and knelt down and began saying this aspiration over and over again. And suddenly, almost imperceptibly, I was overwhelmed by a sense of God's presence. And I can't explain what happened, but I was there for about an hour, and when I came out, I knew I was going to be a BVM. I taught primary for half of my teaching life, and I loved the little children. They were darling, but you know, they were only 5 and 6 and 7. And then later I taught 8th grade in high school, but that was during the 60s, and there was a lot of rebellion going on during the 60s. And there were students that I was close to, but I picked up a second ministry in midlife, and that was spiritual direction. And I got training in that at the Jesuit School of Theology in Berkeley, California. And I think that's where I felt I perhaps made a difference in people's life, when I had giving retreats on a one-to-one basis, where I could really work with people and encourage them and help them see through some of their own confusion. Life is a gift, and it's a God-given gift, and I think it's important that our life have meaning, deep spiritual meaning, and a deep relationship with God. And I think the world we're living in today, it's easy to get lost in all that's going on.